Hey guys, welcome back to Fandom Stage Powers, where we discuss comics, heroes, villains, and the Dawn. Today, we're picking back up with X-Men issue number 10, X-Men Empyre Part 1, right now. Gabriel.
Gently. The celestial avatar escaped. That king is lost to us. So let's take a bit more care with this one.
These two kings and their empires waged a war that tore a hole that opened a door between this place and that. I wonder, what's a king worth there? Let's see, shall we? Look at that. He has fire within him. True power inside a broken and twisted host. Yes, but how broken and how twisted?
Damn it. Hey, look who's up. Just in time, Emperor. Don't call him that, remember? He doesn't like it. But I like it, and I'm the one making the margaritas. Here we go again, huh? You know what I like to say. There's always time for margaritas. And if there's not, well, I'm me. So there's always time for margaritas. Ugh, too loud. Where's Scott and everybody else? Gone. They took the kids somewhere. They left you a note, I think. Regardless, you know what that means, don't you? No adult supervision. Say goodbye to the boring mutants. Say hello to the trash bags. We are so gonna wreck this place. So, drink up, Emperor. I really wish you wouldn't call me that. Ugh, brain freeze. I hate that. What about you? Not so much? I don't get that. Never have. Why not? Oh, I know. He has a fire burning within him. Guys, I don't know if today is... Hold that thought, because I have a question you need to answer first. Are we drinking or are we drinking? Because frankly, I wouldn't mind turning things up to 10. I say 11 because there are a lot of very hot, medium-powered mutants on the island that would love to get down at the summer house. I have some ideas I'm noodling on, but I don't want you judging me right now. Either way, what do you say, Emperor? Party or party? I'm going for a walk. The Kree and Skull empires have united under Emperor Hulkling to fight a common enemy, the celestial messiah Koi and his plant-like Kotati, who have claimed Earth's moon as their own. Who do we know who lives on the moon? Mutants live on the moon in the summer house, far from the Sea of Tranquility, nestled in the shadows of the Meridian Fissure. It is just 1 lunar mile from the blue area of the moon and the ruins of an ancient alien civilization. Once, it was a place of nightmares for mutants. But that past has been put to rest, the pain of that memory erased forever. Now, something new has taken root there. Of course. That's some feat of engineering. I would know. My mutant eyes are capable of seeing great things. I am, however, not gifted with telescopic vision, and God knows I'm not known for accurately judging the trajectory of things, so I'm going to assume that Earth is your general target and that you're doing your best not to hit the island my people call home, because that would be a mistake. You're going to want to steer clear of Krakoa. Saying that, I feel the need to tell you, all this violence you're doing, it never ends well, believe me. Oh, I know. I understand where it comes from. You look at humanity and find them wanting. You look at what they're capable of, and there's so little good to balance out all that evil. I can see why you want to destroy them. I really can. But once you start down that road, have you considered what that makes you? Here you go. Round 3. Any sign of him? He went in that general direction and nope, not a peep. You want to go after him? My head says yes, but this drink says no. So maybe in a minute. Hello, Emperor. What about now? Now my head says hell no, and my drink says I'm delicious, please finish me. What do you think? We'll give it a minute. We've subdued him, but at great cost. This one fights like a wounded beast. Let them fight all they want. Let them build their buildings and mine the earth. The jungle always returns, and the flesh is always weak. Actually, I should warn you, I'm holding back. The meat speaks our tongue, but it also speaks lies. What meat has ever offered truth freely? But we have ways of getting past that. What are you doing? Don't. This takes seed and burrows deep. If you have anything to hide, we will know it.
There! It's done.
My mind, what have you done to me?
There was a flaw in you, an error in your existence, a crack in your firmament. It cannot be fixed. You cannot be fixed. So we've made you into something else.
A flaw? What flaw?
You have good in you. Some small microscopic measure that, given fertile soil, could grow into something more. It's a cancer. And that is unacceptable for the work we have set in front of you. So we've separated the two. Inside, hidden under a thin layer of that good, is the beautiful, broken creature you are. We're going to release you back into your universe. They will see you as changed, reborn, healthy, and whole, but that is just a shell. Underneath it, buried alive in a shallow grave, is the real you. You can lie to yourself, pretend to be better, to be unbroken. But we know what's waiting there inside you, waiting to get out.
He's mad. He's lost his mind. He's going to kill us all. You wanted truth. Well, this is a hard truth. You're going to die here today. This is but a season, a passing from one to the next. We will take seed and return one day. Hey there, Emperor. You about done here? It's okay, Gabriel. It's over. I could break this moon in half if I wanted. I don't want to be this way. We know. So, why don't we get out of here? Hey, I can make us a drink, Gabriel. What do you say? Okay. Let's go home. Gabriel, you were asleep, so I didn't want to wake you. Jean and I are taking the kids to Chandelure for the day. I know we've talked about you getting out and not just staying at the house, and I really think you should reconsider it. I know coming back here to share our space was out of the question. Maybe it shouldn't be. But doing the same thing over and over each and every day makes it hard to become someone new. I know that deep down that's what you want. And hey, I promise I'll be with you the whole way. Come fire, come war, come anything that would stand in the way. You're safe because you're with family. We'll probably be home after dinner. Love, Scott. General, we've lost the entire sunward node. How? We're unsure. It was completely consumed, atomized. There were no survivors? One, but he quickly succumbed to his injuries. Before he died, he pointed to Earth and muttered a single word, over and over until he died. What was it? Krakoa. Okay, this was a really cool issue of X-Men, and we're picking back up with Gabriel Summers, aka Vulcan, and this mystery surrounding how he survived the War of the Kings against Black Bolt when they got sucked into this rift at the end of that. If you don't remember that, go back and check that story out. That's from a few years back. It was believed that Vulcan had perished along with Black Bolt. Black Bolt also survived, but he showed up sooner than Vulcan did. Vulcan just recently popped back up when the Krakoan era started with no real explanation as to where he came from or how it is he's back. A lot of people, including myself, assumed that he had just been resurrected using the protocols, but it would seem that he actually survived the rift. And now we get confirmation of this with this dream he's been having, this reoccurring dream that we saw back in issue number 7. And we get to see this dream where he's floating inside the rift and he encounters what appears to be the Supreme Intelligence and 3 strange interdimensional creatures that we really don't know anything about. But the 3 of them seem, quite interested in Gabriel. They mentioned that they lost Black Bolt, so to take a little bit more care with this one. So they began to experiment and examine him, and they actually pretty much dismantle him and open him up, and they see that there is this blazing fire inside of him. And you know that Vulcan is always saying that he has a fire inside of him. It's this running joke that he always says that, but quite literally, he has this great power, this great fire inside of him, and they say that he is a broken host, of twisted and broken host to be specific, and they seem to be pretty happy with this twisted, broken host, so yeah, that can't be anything good. We do also find out that they fix him or they alter him in some sort of way to hide his true nature, I guess that's what it is, because as we know, Vulcan had a very messed up history where he was sent in with a team, including Petra and Sway, who we see throughout this issue, and Darwin, to rescue the original X-Men from Krakoa way back when Giant Size X-Men #1 came out. But it was a kind of a secret that got erased and buried by Charles Xavier because his whole team had apparently perished because Charles Xavier tried to rush their training and pretty much gave them mental downloads of all the training they need and giving them months and months of training within like a couple of hours, sent them in there and they all got wiped basically. Except Darwin and Vulcan actually did survive, but Petra and Sway definitely died. So them being in this issue, and like we've seen them before, I was wondering, and I'm still wondering, if they're even real. They kind of seem like they might be hallucinations of some sort because of how they're acting, and it's just very weird. It's a very weird kind of friendship and kind of relationship that they have with Gabriel. So it's giving that they are hallucinations, but I'm really not quite sure yet. So Vulcan is still having this nightmare and this reoccurring nightmare and can't really figure out what it means, but it's kind of plaguing him and tormenting him while Petra and Sway are constantly getting him drunk and wanting to party and just be trash bags, as they say. And, I don't remember them acting like that, even though we got very little time with them from the 1 or 2 issues they were in before they died. I don't think they acted this way, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they're either some kind of manifestations of those creatures we saw in the rift, trying to, keep him docile or placated or in a certain state of mind, I want to say. But we do know that other people can see Petra and Sway. So I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on with them. So Petra and Sway, of course, want to party again and are making margaritas when he wakes up. Vulcan ends up going for a walk on this part of the moon where they have, air and oxygen. And there is a invasion underway, basically, of this Kotati Empire, which is a plant-like race that is pretty much a rival to the Shi'ar Empire and the Kree Empire. They're kind of like a 3rd or 4th kind of level bigger empires, but the Kotati is a formidable empire as well. They are plant-based creatures, so they kind of operate differently. They don't really operate like, animals or, what they say, meat. They have come to the moon and set up some sort of installation. It looks like some kind of weapon, perhaps, to take aim at Earth. And Vulcan just kind of strolls in through their little facility here and kind of just, It's like, wow, this is all so familiar, you know, all of this violence, and, you know, it just never ends well, and just kind of like trying to diffuse the situation without violence. So on the outside, he appears to have changed, because, you know, the old Vulcan would have just burnt them all up immediately. That Vulcan is still very much inside of him, as we see when his words don't get through to these Kotati. They subdue him and try to seed him with this plant to extract information from him. His true self kind of breaks free for a moment, and he does incinerate pretty much all of the Kotati there and their installation and everything. He kind of loses it. He pretty much blacks out and freaking crashes out. And there are Petra and Sway ready to calm him down and get him back to where he needs to be. And they pretty much take him back to the summer house after that. And we get a note from Scott saying that they went to the Shi'ar Empire. They're taking the kids, Cable and Rachel, and they are, you know, going to have a little family time, a little vacation time. Scott does express to him that he knows that he is trying to be a different person, but he kind of has to change this routine of him doing the same thing every day and just staying at the summer house, because it does seem like he's isolated himself there. So it's interesting. There's some psychological things going on with Gabriel. Very mysterious still. We haven't really gotten a lot of answers, but we know that the real Vulcan, that real evil badass, is still inside of him, and he's fighting actively to not release him, but it seems like it's only a matter of time before we get a return of Emperor Vulcan. So yeah, he was a big problem. So we will see. If you like this issue, please give me that thumbs up. And if you're interested in joining the crew for real, check out my page on the Join tab. And I have great memberships, very affordable. You get access to all of my content days and days earlier. You also get custom emojis, custom wallpapers, all kinds of custom things. So check that out and support my endeavors, and I will catch you in the next issue.